I made coffee. This lighting sucks, I know. The sun is hitting me right in the face from this direction, and I have my phone up here. Here, you see the light? Ah, it makes a difference, right? My grandmother has this very particular thing where she accidentally or not buys something and then forgets or just never realizes. This time it was a subscription to a magazine. Let me tell you a story. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with this kids magazine called Genios, which translates to geniuses. And that grew my love towards magazines. I haven't bought a magazine in like 7 years. I'm 18. I used to buy them every week because the Genios came out every week. So with that in mind, this morning we got this in the mail. It's a magazine, the one that my grandma subscribed herself to, and it's just a regular Argentine magazine called Convivimos, and I mean, it's not sponsored or anything. Convivimos, mándame un sponsor. It's normal, it has some articles, it has recipes, normal things that normal magazines have, and I don't know if it's because of quarantine or online classes, because everything that I have to read for college, which is a lot, has to be through a screen, and it just makes my eyes burn, and it fucking sucks having to read everything on a screen. So maybe it's that, or the fact that I am slowly going insane, that opening this magazine and sweeping through its pages and reading the articles printed on what probably is Times New Roman, it's kind of comforting. It's very nice to have a magazine in your hands and you can sweep through them. Because if you think about it, with the advancement of technology, magazines are a foot in the grave. They are a dying media, just like newspapers. But with magazines, I don't know what it is about it. Lately in college, I have been putting work into like opening Word, playing with the fonts, with the sizes, with the strong lettering, with the space in between lines, posting images, with adding just a little bit of color. It's something nice to design, something like that, and I have never been really into graphic design, but I am an artist. I am interested in visual language. Visual stuff. It's just very interesting, and it kind of makes me want to become an editor for magazines or something. I've always wanted to like, I don't know, illustrate for magazines or something. But just reading everything, how everything, fixes around images, the format, the way that everything is very well put together. And I don't know if it's just because of this newfound love or because I'm in quarantine and I miss having stuff to read that isn't on a screen. But, it's weird to think about because I'm just finding this new interest in what magazines are, and they are about to die. No one really buys magazines anymore. Everything that a magazine has could be found on their website. I thought about it today and what magazines do, and honestly what every form of media outside of the internet do is make everything very well put together. The amount of information that is on the internet is unlimited. You could spend years looking through information on the internet, and every day there would be something new to look at. And that's amazing. In just the sheer amount of information is consequential that it is overwhelming. So I believe what magazines do is that, hey, we have on our website hundreds of recipes, but this month on this edition of this magazine, we will give you 4 or 5 we picked from them. So you don't have to look at hundreds of recipes. We're just gonna give you this. We're gonna give you what we consider is the most apt amount of information you can take in this month from us specifically. And we're gonna give you in this cute little magazine that's cutely edited, and it has art. It also has ads, just like our website, but it's concise, gives you something to read that isn't on a screen, so that you aren't distracted with the many things that could be happening in your computer, your phone, or any technological device. Fucking dogs. And this isn't, I'm not trying to sell you to buy magazines because I don't buy magazines. Again, this was an accident. This wasn't supposed to happen. Antonio Banderas wasn't supposed to just be laying there on the ground from the mailman going like, hey, this person surely bought a magazine. Huh. But it did, and it reminded me how cool magazines are. Maybe they aren't anymore, but it's just nice, you know, to unwind, put the phone away, and just consume media just kind of differently. What can I say? I'm old-fashioned. Also, look at this. Ain't that pretty? I mean, just look at the people who prefer like Polaroids and shit, and actually having pictures that you can hold in your hand, that you can feel the texture of the material. Something you can hold and you can see how it ages throughout time. You can see papers going yellow, pictures going like, you know how when you fold something, it leaves the crease? That kind of shit. There's something beautiful, I did the heart, something beautiful about having something that could be easily digitalized and made immortal, but also having it there with you. Because you could see this on a screen and be like, oh yeah, it's a good, that's good. But you see this in here and you have it in your hands and you can look at it and be like, that's a great picture. That's a beautiful, you look at this person.
Look at this dude.
Is that a paper in my hands right now? Am I high? Maybe this is the result of going to an arts college. I wanted to be a biologist and I'm going to an arts faculty. And now I'm just thinking about how magazines are great. Do you know what that's like? But honestly, if we're gonna talk about quality and if we're gonna talk about what's amazing about magazines, it's this. Fucking doing the activities. I love Sudoku. I used to have a book that was this thick, filled to the brim with Sudokus, and I solved every single one of them because I have no life. I could have been someone great. And these things too, like the fashion. Look at that. That's a fashionable man. I go on Instagram. It's all so much. You scroll through information so fast. Like you go from post to post to post, from article to article. Here you can just like stop and look at it, because the amount of information is so limited that you are forced to take every single bit in. Take your time to enjoy it. This is limited and it's all concise in this single group of pages, and you can just take your time. You can take it all in. After you've read it again and again and again, you can just store it for someone else to read, or you can cut it up and do pretty little handcrafts with it, because that's what magazines are for, right? They interviewed an influencer? I mean, I guess that makes sense, since influencers are the new big thing. I take pictures for a magazine. I doodle for a magazine. I guess that's all. I ranted about magazines a little bit. So yeah, I'm clinically insane. I'm slowly going down the rabbit hole that it is madness. I now understand why Alice went down the rabbit hole into Wonderland. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this channel. I just wanted to rant for a little bit. This is my face. I guess I should have introduced myself. This is my face. Hi, I'm Connie. I'm the one behind those animations you kind of like, maybe. I don't know. I hope if you stuck through all of that madness, wow, props to you. Just thanks, because I don't think anyone would put through this IRL. If you got this far, thank you. If you're not subscribed, no, you can vote. If you like it, you know there's a button to show it. My social media is down there. It's on my channel. It's Connie McFalcon. I'm literally everywhere except on my Redbubble. My Redbubble is MC Falcon. I have lots of drawings there. You can purchase them on a shirt. You can get them on a pin. You can get them on a mug. Take care of yourselves. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face if you go outside. You know, just take care. Keep educating yourself. Keep paying attention to the things that happen in the world. Don't hide yourself under a rock. If you feel like you have to because you have anxiety and these things are getting to you, feel free to take some time off. But also don't let yourself live under a rock. Things are happening in the world and I know it's overwhelming, but you gotta keep up to date. Educate yourself and those around you. Don't let anyone disrespect you. So yeah, I guess that's it. In conclusion, I'm insane. Bye bye.